Are you experiencing back or neck pain? Does it get worse after you've been in the car? Do you drive for a living? If so, you'll definitely want to check out this video. My name is Dr. Tanya of Max Life in Madison, New Jersey, and I'd like to go over with you some tips to keep you healthy while you're driving in your car. When you're driving, your body is subjected to different forces, from accelerating, from decelerating or slowing down, from taking corners, making turns, and also driving over uneven roads, which can create a vibration in the car. And it can also, if you hit potholes, that can cause real compression on your spine. It can affect the discs, and it can also affect your musculoskeletal system. So first off, when you get into the car, you want to make sure you have nothing in your back pockets. Even if it's only a couple millimeters, that throws off your pelvic alignment. Next, you want to take off a coat or a jacket that you're wearing, because that actually affects the way your body fits into your seat. We want to have the seat at about 90 degrees. You put your foot on the accelerator. When you press the accelerator, your body shouldn't come forward and it shouldn't go back. It should stay in position. Or as you want to look to see if there's a space under your thigh and the front of your seat. If there's space, it's a good possibility that your chair is up too close, so you want to move that back a little. You also want to make sure that your knees are slightly above your hips, because if they're not, that can cause sciatic or low back pain. While I'm a great proponent of posture, you don't want to be upright in the car, because this closes the 90-degree angle and it also puts too much weight on the front of your discs. So you want to bring it back a little bit more, so your ears are over your shoulders, just like that. So now that we're seated at a little over a 90-degree angle, we have our legs comfortably resting on the seat. I have my shoulders on the seat, and I'm going to put my hands on the steering wheel. And as you can see, I have a little bit of a bend in my elbow, but my arms aren't straight, and I'm not leaning forward like this to reach it. And my hands are at either 9 o'clock or 3 o'clock, or 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock. If your car has lumbar support and you have it up too high, what that will actually do is it'll twist your pelvis forward and put a lot of strain on your back. You want to totally take it off, and you want to increase it until you just slightly feel it on your low back, and that's the place that you're going to want to leave it. And if you don't have any lumbar support in your car, but I will also leave a link below for a good lumbar support half roll. You don't want to use a full roll because that's too much, that you can put on your low back that will support your curve while you're sitting in the car. Use cruise control when you safely can, and put both feet on the floor. That will give your accelerator foot and leg a little bit of rest time. And if you have a footrest, use that periodically while you're sitting. That too will take the pressure off your low back. A great thing to do as well is get your shock absorbers checked, because you don't want to be absorbing any more vibration or compressive forces than you need to. And if you're in the market for a new car, you may want to consider getting a sedan or a hatchback or some other kind of vehicle, and avoid your cars with low profile tires, and also your SUVs or your higher cars. They tend not to isolate bumps as well, and they tend to have a lot of higher vibration. So if you have sciatica or any other kind of back issues, that can in some cases exacerbate or make the problem worse. So just to recap, you don't want your seat too far upright. You want to be able to comfortably reach the pedals. You need to have your shoulders supported, leaning up against the seat. And your low back needs to be up against your seat without too much of a lumbar support. And lastly, you want to be able to comfortably reach your steering wheel with a bit of a bend in your elbow, and keep your arms at the 10 and 2 o'clock position. And don't forget about your headrest, which you actually don't use during driving. It is a head restraint to protect you from whiplash if you're unfortunate enough to get into a car accident. And don't forget to adjust your seatbelt so it's not over your neck and it's not too low, so you get proper protection. So I hope these tips were helpful for you, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Again, my name is Dr. Tanya of Max Life in Madison, New Jersey. As always, helping you discover health and rediscover life. Be well.